Hello, I'm Dimitris Kotsubos from InvestorBlog, and in this single video I will present you with the 5 best investing books very carefully selected. The one to start with, The Bible of Investing, the most inspiring story, the most practical book, and the book that will change your mind if you are already an advanced investor. Why am I making this video? Often people ask me about investing, and what I've realized is that they put a lot of effort and they struggle to improve their financial position and accumulate wealth. And when they have this wealth in their hands, they don't know how to protect it and how to take advantage of it. Investments can be very profitable, but also can be very risky. And after 20 years of constantly investing, I can tell you for sure that the biggest risk is in your own self, your own thinking, behavior, and actions. Even if you are planning to use a specialist, how can you choose the right one when in the industry some people will sell you trust just to receive commissions and fees? It's a pity not to spend few hours of reading in order to obtain this knowledge and insight that will help you protect the outcome of your hard work. But which book should you read? As an experienced long-term investor, I strongly believe that the only form of true investing is long-term investing. Some fancy books might drag you thinking of investing in stocks as a short-term process, which is not right. I think that I can make a good contribution here and propose you those books that will help you develop the right mentality. Those are the books that I would propose to my friends and family. So let's go to the list. The best book to start with is The Big Secret by Joel Greenblatt. Greenblatt is a great investor with impressive results, but also he's an academic and a very good teacher because he can transfer his superior knowledge in a very efficient and enjoyable way. In his book, he reveals the secret of successful investing, but explains why it's very difficult for most people to follow it. And that's not a matter of intelligence. Then he talks about fund managers and why it's very difficult for them to beat the market and why it's very difficult for you to pick the best. Even the participants in the best funds, they don't generate good results because they come in and leave at the wrong time. Finally, he talks about index funds and issues that arise when the stocks that compose them become overvalued. An example of the many ideas presented is that the best strategies do not work always. They don't work every day, every week, every month, and every year. If they worked always, there will be many people that will follow them, and then those strategies will stop working because of competition. This is an amazing book, an easy book, and that's the best book to start with. However, the best investing book ever written is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. It's considered to be the Bible of investing. Uh, Despite the fact that it was written 70 years ago, it's still relevant today. Graham was the mentor of Warren Buffett, the best investor alive and one of the richest persons in the world. Other students of Graham also generated excessive long-term returns. Graham says that the intelligence that investing demands is a trait more of the character than of the brain. He makes a distinction between speculation and investing, and he covers a lot of topics about stocks and bonds. This book will help you think of stocks as pieces of real businesses and you as the business owner. For stock market volatility, he uses the allegory of Mr. Market. Mr. Market is a manic depressive who sometimes offers to sell or buy stocks at very high prices and other times at very low prices. Investors should not try to predict his mood like speculators do, but they should take advantage of him and buy cheap stocks when he is depressive. Another important concept presented is the margin of safety related with buying stocks below their intrinsic value. It's considered to be the secret for sound investing. Stocks are becoming riskier as their prices rise and they become less risky as their prices fall. This is the best book about investing. However, if you are a starter, you may find this book extended and heavy. I think that if you read a lighter book like The Big Secret of Joe Greenblatt, then you'll be able to enjoy The Intelligent Investor. The third book in the list is The Education of a Value Investor by Guy Spier. Probably you have started understanding that what matters most in investing is the philosophy of thinking. So this book will not offer you investing methods or techniques, but it's an autobiography that will inspire you like no other and will help you keep at the right path. Guy Spier started his career working for a company that will make deals seem more profitable than they actually were for attracting investors. In those environments, if you are a new employee, it's very difficult to say no. The book teaches the lesson that you should never sacrifice your morals for a job and describes the long path of Guy Spier from escaping this environment to becoming an educated value investor. An idea presented in this book is that after adopting the value investing philosophy, you will become not only a better investor but also a better person. Guy is not afraid of accepting his mistakes and talks openly about them. He thinks that you should be authentic and not try to imitate others, but equally try to learn from them. From this book, you'll get a lot of lessons for the mindset you should have in investing and life. It's a great book for investors and for people who are interested to work in the financial industry. The next book in the list is One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch realized incredible returns as the manager of Magellan Fund. In his book, he gives very practical advice and examples for picking the right stocks. He believes that you shouldn't listen to the analysts or try to predict the markets and the economy. Instead, you should focus to what you know, companies and industries that you are very familiar with. However, this is not enough and you should dig in and do the research as well. A good contribution of this book is that it distinguishes the stocks in 6 broad categories according their characteristics. He explains how to recognize them and what to expect from them. I think that this is the most practical book, and through the examples it will help you think further and also comprehend the theoretical knowledge that you got from the other books. The last book is The Most Important Thing of Howard Marks. He is so exceptional in his thinking. The book doesn't provide any technical knowledge, but concepts of thinking that they are so revolutionary and valuable. Through the years, I have read dozens of books, so more or less I'm familiar with the investing concepts described. However, while I was reading The Most Important Thing, many times I said, oh my God, I had not thought of it that way. This book goes to another level and it has changed my thinking and impressed me like no other. The book is a collection of comments and thoughts from Howard Marks' memos. Each chapter covers one the most important thing of the 21 in total. It talks about understanding risk, value, cycles, knowing what you don't know, the role of luck, contrarianism. It's incredible, it's incredible. Less experienced investors will still find it useful, but I don't believe that they'll be able to appreciate the full depth of wisdom provided. You'll need some years of practicing investing to do so. What I say is read it, but please reread it in 5 or 10 years. That's when you'll be able to fully appreciate the enormous value of this book and also enjoy it. I have tried to carefully pick the 5 best investing books, but it's a shame that some incredible books are out of the list. I think that I should make a quick reference. It's The Margin of Safety by Seth Klarman and The Dandu Investor by Mohnish Pabrai. If you find the list of the books and the information provided useful and appreciate the effort, please share this video and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.